Hey, dog, I just go with it, man.
So, fuck it. I was looking for a topic. God damn it.
All right, what are you looking for? A topic? Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2. You know what I'm saying?
You said you had a topic. Speak about it.
Just can
Is it recorded?
yeah, it's recorded.
Okay. All right, just making sure, bro. Dang, bro.
All right,
Every time doing this, man, don't be coming at me like that, bro. Yeah.
man, I got to start over. Huh? Yeah,
He's doing this weird shit. I don't know what it is. Like, we ain't got an extra set of headphones for me to hear it. You just have to bear with me. I'm sorry,
bro,
y'all.
it's
I'm sorry, y'all. He didn't tell me we didn't have enough
it's a
headsets, bro.
movie, man. What are you talking about? Welcome to the first episode of Dry Gods. I'm your host, co-host, Daryl Harris, here with the legendary.
This nigga did not just. Hold on. I'm the co-host here. The name is Calvis. He's the main guy. He just asked me to do
No,
this.
you're the
So
main guy.
listeners, man.
You're the main guy.
Yeah, let me get with the topics and let's be easy.
It's no podcast. But anyways, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Been doing, bro. You know, first episode, getting recording down. Nervous as hell, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, this is all good, man. I was nervous for like the first 3 months too. Like every time I was like, oh no, what if they don't like what I say? And then I just went off the
they
rails.
just gonna flame your forehead, but that is what it is. What it.
Bro, I have the best forehead in the game. What you talking about?
This shit huge, bro.
You know what I figured out in life?
Like
Dudes are the only people that care about forehead size.
that motherfucker is.
Dudes.
Damn. All right, bro. I'm chilling, bro. Relax.
But anyway, like dudes are the only ones that care about foreheads. Women don't really care about forehead size.
No, the reason why dudes care about it is it's where all the good good domage, I should say, come from, bro. She ain't got a dome, then. Hey, look. I'm saying. But you said you had a topic for us today, bro?
Oh yeah, alrighty. These topics is getting at you. Just for a disclaimer, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but you might be a little uncomfortable answering the second question. So I'm gonna soften you up with the first question, which is, why don't you want to go outside, man?
What do you mean? I go outside all the time. What you talking about?
Nah, bro. I'm talking about going out as a unit, dog.
What you mean, bro? I go to work. I go outside. I work
Golden State
outside. What are you
Warriors,
talking about,
man.
bro? I go to work. I
Golden
work
State,
outside. It's
bro.
all good. What are you saying? Why do I go outside? I work outside. What are you talking about, bro?
Nah, we like the early 2000 Spurs, man. You know
What you mean?
what I'm saying? I'm Tony Parker. Truck is Manu Ginobili. And you're Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I
You're
look.
Tim Duncan, dog.
Listen.
Listen.
Niggas is broke out here, bro. I don't have to tell you that, bro. It is what it is, bro. I got
We
bills.
just go out somewhere. Doesn't have to be expensive.
Bro. No, actually, half the time when we plan these things and do these things, a lot of the time your ass is under your bed half drunk. We don't hear from you for days. And then when you do say something, then we don't hear the other one for days. So we're never on the same page. And then the other guy, we just drag him regardless.
Bro, Ice Tray will never want to go outside. Ice Tray never wants to go outside.
The fact that you gave him the nickname Ice Tray is
Ice Tray, man,
different.
he cold with it. He cold.
Different. This man
cold.
out here, this man is the
Trey
most he is the most antisocial person, and you gave him the nickname Ice Tray.
Ice Tray, dog.
I'll let you go with that one, I guess. I don't know what to say to that one. That's different. We just call him Trey, but hey, do what you got to do.
All right, you know what? We set it up for next week or the week after. I
What?
will be sure to be sober. How about that?
So you capping already on the first episode?
I promise. I'm saying it on here.
So you capping already to the viewers?
Capping, bro.
Already. Now call it.
Bro, look, I'll be sober. Just
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a positive podcast. You're already shooting at me.
What are you talking about?
It's supposed to be.
Bro, you came and asked me why we don't go no places, and it's literally because you either be drunk and we don't hear from you, and then you say something, and then we don't hear from the other guy.
All right, so let's try it again. And this time will be a different outcome.
I highly doubt that.
Well, brother, shake on it. Shake on it, bro.
I don't need to shake on it. I'll be down for whatever, bro.
I will be sober.
You can't even spell sober.
So BER.
You only read that out of a fortune cookie.
How can you read that out of a fortune cookie?
I don't know, nigga. Damn, are you trying to question me shit?
All right, so we are gonna set it up. We're gonna go outside. And for this second one,
going out.
I mean Calvis, my bad, Calvis.
Yeah, I heard Don't want my name out there.
My
That's
bad, my bad. All right, Calvis, I'll block it out. I'll
remember
block it out.
people. It be your own people, bro.
Bro, like I'm going by my name. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that ain't me, bro. That, yeah, you can be silly if you want to. You don't catch me like that.
All right, now, anyways, Calvis, why are you so opposed to being Eskimo brothers with me?
Next question, bro.
Nah, bro, I want to answer, bro.
Next
This has
question,
been
bro.
way ever
Hold on.
since, bro. Ever since
I need
that,
to find the topic,
ever
bro.
since that
The
one
fact
we
that you
said, what
go,
was it?
why
She's
was
10.
why is that even a question? Why does that placate you so much there, bro?
No, because like you were so opposed to it,
What do you mean, bro?
like you said, she's a 10, but we'd be Eskimo brothers if you hit. You just said no, just you didn't give a reason. You just said just flat out no. Like you don't want to be Eskimo brothers with you, bro.
See, I don't operate like that, bro. That's not me. Like I'm an upstanding citizen. Like I've been trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm an upstanding individual.
Bro, every woman has a track record.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I move differently, bro. I walk a more what's the word I'm looking for? Religious path. Yeah, no, can't say that. I walk a more calmer path than you and your cousin. Which I'm surprised y'all ain't asking my. I
Not
think
yet.
y'all are.
It's
Nah,
gonna come. It's gonna
nah.
come, but not yet.
I think y'all been passing around a few people for sure.
We could have, but no.
So if I call them right now, then what?
He's
Oh,
gonna
I
say
can't
we're not
call them
Eskimo brothers, but
because your
it'll
fucking
happen
basement
eventually.
cuts me off.
It'll happen eventually.
Hmm. You say that.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
You say that. He'll be
When
like,
we
hey,
start
where's
going
Daryl
outside
at?
for real, yeah.
He's like, where's Daryl at? Oh, somewhere in a different state. So with the 10th baby mama? I don't know. Somewhere. You know when you
Hold on,
could be
which
different.
me? You think I'm gonna have 10 baby mamas?
Yes. It's an exaggeration a little bit, yeah, but I can see it. I can see. Look, girl,
Oh my god.
I can really see you with the whole family situation. You that guy. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
I'm not opposed to having children.
Hold on, I need to look at it. You and kids will probably be a weird mix. Now that I think about it, you and mini you's terror to
Be
the
the
world.
most they be the greatest kids in the world.
Greatest kids in the world.
They be well mannered. They be creative.
Cap. This is coming from a guy who's a savage in life. Don't listen to
I'm
him.
not a savage. Not a savage. Why am I a savage?
I said we ain't gonna bring up past histories, bro. I'm not gonna do that to you, so I'm just gonna be all right. Just let that one ride, bro.
Look, bro,
In other
y'all
numbers,
wild out every now and
let's
then,
see
bro.
here. Let's see here.
Sometimes you just got wild out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all can wild out, boy. I'll just be ruling
You
back
gonna wild out
savagely.
too, bro. Your whole face is coming.
Don't do that to me, bro.
Your whole face is coming.
Don't do that to me, bro.
Your whole face is
Don't do
coming.
that to me, bro. We supposed to be homies, bro. You gonna try to set me out like that?
I'm not
That's
trying to set
crazy.
you up, bro. I'm just
That's
saying that
crazy.
we gonna. Oh, I think we got one last whole face in us.
Maybe you. I'm gonna be all right. You be me,
Bro, you gonna be, bro. You gonna be wildin', man.
bro.
Especially when we start getting attention.
Relax, relax,
Yeah.
relax,
You know,
relax.
yes. Nah, these play your dick. Come on,
Relax,
man.
man.
Come
You're not
on, man.
relaxing. You're not relaxing. You need to relax, man. Shit. I do what I do when I need to do it.
So you just
You
gonna say
did.
no to every single person in your DMs?
I didn't say that. I did not say that. But I'm not saying yes to every single person in my DMs. 100% is probably going to be like 99.993% no's. Gotta get the paper first, people. Paper first, always. The money, greenbacks, the ducats. We go by
Yeah.
ducats around here.
That way you can get the women
Speaking
to
of
sign NDAs.
ducats,
You think I'm like, bro? I'm a wild nigga. I'm not letting no bitch, bro. You kidding me?
actually, well, from your standpoint, I can understand why you would do that. Yeah. No, I'll let you cook with that. I'll let you know that. But speaking of ducats, though,
What's up?
entertainment has held my wallet tightly.
Facts.
Oh, also, kind of apology for this one. I was on the Fire Stick the other day looking for something to watch. Low key, I might have watched Transformers movie on Fire Stick.
You did what?
Look, bro. Like, look, listen. There was something to watch, and I was just clicking through things. It booted up perfect clarity. I thought I was in the movie theater myself, and I watched the whole damn thing. Solid movie, bro. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. That's just for me, though. That's just for me, though.
It's actually big.
I can't really talk about it because people like him don't watch movies, but
No, you can talk about it.
nah, I ain't gonna do that to you, bro.
No, I was only interested. I was just gonna watch it with you.
I don't spoil movies for people. I can't do
I'm not gonna watch it.
it. Why would you not?
Why would I go to a movie theater by myself?
Why? So if it's a Marvel movie you wanted to see, you ain't gonna go see it.
Uh, Give me a movie.
All right, you a Superman stan for some odd reason, but
DC film is trash. It's getting better now, but
when
huh?
when
Aquaman was decent.
you really well define decent.
Okay, so the way I look at it, DC's in that. You remember when all Marvel had was the Incredible Hulk, the first Iron Man, the
Good movies.
Punisher, and
Oh,
Blade.
hold on,
During that timeline.
you mixing too many different things
No,
because
no, like just like early to mid 2000s Marvel movies.
you still mixing it because the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man was like a whole different thing. They didn't even have the rights to Blade and Punisher at the time.
No, no, not the MCU Hulk, the other Hulk, the one where like some of his blood got into a soda pop and then Stan Lee drunk it and died.
Still, that wasn't MCU. That's technically MCU Hulk. Technically.
But like, yeah, Marvel just like in that little timeline. I feel like that's where DC.
So from Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, and then onward, because you can't count Blade and Punisher in that. It's
No, no, no. I'm saying like the Marvel brand in general.
as far as the movies go.
As far
Okay,
as movie
all right. I see.
quality,
Okay, I see.
what
I
to
see.
expect.
What
I
can't
feel
do
like
that?
DC's.
You can't do that because the reason why you can't do that is because Marvel mostly didn't do those two first movies, The Punisher, Blade. So the story writing wasn't nowhere near the same aspect. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you put in Blade and Punisher with the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man, that doesn't mix too well.
No, no. I'm just saying like Marvel as a label. Not. I'm not saying that the group of directors, the group of
Directors?
directors are the same. I'm saying that like when you see a movie and it has a Marvel tag on it, just in general, you know what quality of movie to expect. And even if it was a movie,
Okay, I
okay,
see where you're getting with
no, we're
that.
talking in circles, and I'm just saying like just Marvel movie, the quality, even if it wasn't MCU in general, it was still around the same. It was still around the same quality, which was like lower C, upper D tier films.
You said the first Iron Man is lower C, upper D
No, no,
tier.
Iron Man actually kept the lights on.
It's an egregious statement you
No,
just
no, no,
made.
no, no. Iron Man was dope.
I see where
No,
you're coming from with that. I see where you come.
I would say
Blade was pretty
for
solid, but if they gave him more actual fight scenes, I think that would have been a good set of movies for
and if
sure.
they didn't randomly put Triple H in there, that would have been good too.
Yeah, that was a weird move. That definitely was a weird move. I didn't understand that. But like when it comes to when you rank it as decent, okay. So what is like the most like mid tier? When I say mid, like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great. You just watched it and was like, all right, cool. It was a decent little watch. Keep pushing. Like what movie sits on that plane?
Like between good and shit, like just like directly in the middle.
Like directly in the middle. Like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't spectacular either.
Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider.
It's a solid statement. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. Okay, so based off that, out of what DC movies that you think is actually decent that would fit at that level or above?
Okay, so most of most of DC stuff. Obviously, the Batman trilogy is God tier. Obviously, Superman.
Which one though?
Superman, I'll put in lower tier. Superman versus Batman, I'd actually put like around the same level as the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
I put it under.
Okay, I can understand that. Justice League was actually pretty solid.
What did you watch? Well, which version?
The one where everybody was panicking and couldn't do shit until Superman stepped in and flexed on everybody. Did all the day jobs better than
So
they did.
this the Zack Snyder cut. You watched that one?
I don't think I did. I
You
think
need to
I
watch
just
that one.
watched the original.
You need to watch that one. I think the Zack Snyder cut really like it's 3 hours long though. It's a lengthy movie, but when you watch it though, it's far better than the cut version that they did. So much better. I actually like that one more than the theatrical cut. That definitely was a good set of movies for real. Between Stephen Wolf's armor and how he acted in his cut than the actual movie cut. Totally different. You might like it more if you watch that one. You definitely need to beat that
All right.
for sure. But when you said like Superman movies, like are you talking about the what's that nigga's name? Oh, I can't remember his name.
Right after Christopher Reeve.
So are you going on after or all of that together?
I wouldn't put those together just because each Superman was a lot different. And
Say a
Mark,
lot.
are you talking about Mark Cahill?
Yeah.
He was actually a solid Superman. I don't know why they got rid of him, but he was actually pretty solid.
And I think Henry Cavill was doing all right. I just don't think they read his story very well. But I see where you're going with it. Right. So when you rank his movies, are they close to mid? Or because you a Superman guy,
I am a Superman guy.
unfortunately. But
Oh my god.
like, where do you rank those movies at? Like, where do you put yourself at most? When you see the Superman movies,
Um, like just specifically Mark Cahill or Superman in his entirety.
in entirety.
In entirety, I would have to say, and not including animated, right? Just straight up, just human.
No, we're talking about straight live action because we're talking about live action movies, so just straight live action.
Okay, so straight live action.
Yeah.
Well below mid tier. They don't do Superman well.
Really? That's
I don't know if it's a director issue or if the
do you have a
guy.
problem with the story or is it the person?
Um, I would say a little bit of both. Like the only Superman that I've seen well done after Christopher Reeve was Tom Tom something from Smallville. Like that was the last
That's
live
understandable.
action solid Superman I've
That's
ever seen.
understandable. That's understandable.
But I just don't know. I don't even know if you can actually do a good live action Superman. I think the issue might be in the character in itself because it's supposed to look
Crazy for enough that you actually admit to that. That's hilarious. I've been trying to get you to admit that for the longest, bro. But it really comes to the fact that, like, I mean, he's trying too hard to be
human.
human, and that's it. That's a major drawback for him. It's like, bro, you literally from a whole different planet, and you chose to be a human out of everything.
Shout out to Martha and Ken.
Why you shouting them out?
They're the parents.
They hold him.
How?
You are a alien baby.
Yes,
They know you are an alien baby.
they do.
They know of your powers.
They are well aware.
Why do you hold this man to thinking he's just nothing but pure human, knowing the fact that this man has laser beams, frostbite, super speed, flight, and vulnerability, all except to a green rock? Kind of an ill weakness to me, but hey, we'll keep it pushing. But you trust to be a human? Come on now. All the fights they go through, all the beatdowns, fightings, all of that.
I think the writers do a really bad job of trying to get this point across, but I think the point of Superman is that humanity is more than just being a living, breathing sack of meat. It's like what you think, how you feel,
Okay.
how you view the world.
Okay.
The writers do a terrible job of portraying that point. So I think that's the big point of Superman, but I don't think that they drive that point well.
I see where you're coming from with that, but here's my thing though. Why do you think Spider-Man's better though?
Spider-Man is better than Superman.
Again, that's crazy coming from a guy who literally preached out Superman.
Spider-Man might
But
actually.
he's just, but he really,
Yeah, he might
huh?
be.
But I mean, it's not. I wouldn't like you said, a Superman written kind of roughly. Like you gave this dude all kinds of powers and feats, but constantly getting hold because he tries to hold back so much.
Yeah, being able to close Infinity is crazy.
That's just crazy. I want to get back into the comic books because apparently this dude's gotten all of them's gotten crazier. Apparently, Batman built this whole robot that went through and solved all his problems, but the main problem is that he killed the Batman, which makes sense because
That's the biggest problem.
that really is Batman. I like Batman. I can't be a Batman stan because these people are making it sound like Batman is untouchable. Maybe with prep time, depending on who it is, but even with prep time, he can still lose.
Yeah.
Like he can't prep for everything. Batman, that's just me. I like Batman, but not to that extent. I like Arkham Batman actually. When you think
Video game Arkham.
yes,
Yeah.
that's like I think as far as like when it comes to portraying a Batman outside of Young Justice, because Young Justice Batman is actually good too. When it comes to being an actual Batman, Arkham Batman probably takes the cake for me. Like that, if they took that and made it into an actual trilogy, all the games, that'd be the best selling thing out there.
They would have to make it animated though, because
You could do
DC
a live
can't do
action.
good live action. That's my issue with
Hold
DC.
on, the Dark Knight trilogy was the second movie really held it together. I ain't gonna lie. Third movie almost. Well, Tom Hardy did a solid Bane, even though Bane is supposed to be Spanish.
Yeah,
But I can still give it to Tom Hardy.
he did
Solid. That was a solid move on that one. But as far as Christian Bale's Batman, not bad.
Christian Bale, I think it's best.
Ben Affleck's
Ben Affleck
Batman is not bad. They just ain't giving him enough justice to be the Bruce Wayne and then to be the Batman. Because I think it was what was it, Suicide Squad, where you really got to see him actually act like Batman, which was dope because he's walking through Gotham. What's his name? Deadshot. Talking with his kid. You don't see him in the alleyway, and the next thing you know, boom, he's right there. And I was just like, bro, that's like an aspect they need to have in the movies. They don't do that enough in the movies. Now, what was his name? Twilight nigga.
Robert Patterson.
Yeah. That was a solid movie. I don't know if you watched
I've
that
never
one.
seen it. No.
Wow.
I've been meaning to see it, but it's just one of those movies that slipped my mind.
Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta watch out. The Riddler, it's different. Different aspect of how they would normally do a Riddler, but it's a really solid movie. Like it looks like Gotham, though it's raining like all the time. It doesn't need to be raining like that in Gotham. But
Gotham's pretty dark.
no, and that's the thing though. They actually make the movie look like Gotham. Like when you watch it, totally like Gotham. I loved it. A lot of people's like, no, this Robert Pattinson was not good. And it's like it's in his second year of Batman. That's the one thing you got to remember. It's like it's second year. He ain't got the know how completely down just yet. The fighting skill ain't right there yet. But as far as all story written, as far as Batman's go, his is really great. As far as full movies, it still would be probably The Dark Knight
I would agree.
because Heath Ledger really sold it. I think what's crazy is a few people was talking about like if Heath Ledger wasn't in that movie probably would have bombed. And I wholeheartedly believe it. I believe it. I believe it too much. It's like, come on, bro. You got the one guy that everybody's looking for. It's like this dude is crazy. This dude is wild. You remove him, and you're like, this movie really ain't shit for real. This shit's tough out there.
His acting carried.
And then DC released this Flash movie. CGI ain't hitting it. I mean, I don't even like the actor anyway. I mean, that Ezra Miller dude. Wild.
They made Ezra Miller the main Flash for real?
Yes.
Really? I thought they'd just keep him on CW. Because
No, that's totally different person.
no, Ezra Miller's the Flash in CW too.
No, he's not.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Bro.
That's a totally different dude.
That's the same thing.
No, that's a different dude that's on the CW. Everybody prefers the guy from the CW to be the Flash.
Oh,
You really didn't know that? They don't even look the same. I know all white people look the same, but okay, I don't think I should say that. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking, y'all.
oh god,
No beef, no beef.
Oh, it is a different guy.
Yeah. Everybody wanted the guy from the CW to do it because he does a solid job as it actually.
Yeah, just like I wanted Tom Holloway, Tom H. I wanted him to be. I wanted him to
There's
be the
too many
Superman
Tom
over.
agents.
Yeah, I wanted him to be the Superman over Mark Cahill.
Tom Holloway?
Might be Tom Harding.
No, definitely not.
Smallville cast. Tom Welling. Oh yeah, did you ever hear what happened between Allison Mack and Kristen Krug? They were involved in a sex cult.
Okay, that's egregious. All right.
Yeah, and apparently she was the number two person in there, and
Number two.
yeah, she was like right next to the leader next to him, and she wasn't in there long enough to get charged with anything. But I do believe she might have did a little something. So yeah,
People with money acting silly,
yeah.
like them niggas on that submarine.
I used to love her too. That blew my mind.
Bro, if you had the money, you going on that submarine for 250,000, bro? If you had the money,
Cruise ship.
I'm just saying, if you had the bread,
No,
bro, like rest in peace to the people, bro. But like, I don't know why you would play with your life like that. I couldn't. Like, I was sitting there thinking about it the other day. Like, they literally went in this small container, right, with a Logitech controller,
that part was crazy.
and it's held together by nuts and bolts and carbon fiber.
And it wasn't supposed to be held together by carbon fiber.
Right, like carbon fiber is usually for high performance cars. Most submarines don't even run like that, but they're in this small container for I think it was like a 7-day trip with the small toilet, one window to go all the way down to a rusted boat.
I think they said the submarine didn't have a window, so they would be looking at it.
No, I had a window. I'd seen a documentary where they actually showed the whole inside of it. Like where the toilet sit, there was a window. And yeah, the toilet's not even how can I describe it? It's like one of those portable foot massage things.
Yeah,
Toilet. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm looking at it, and like I think I gave myself like a wild sense of claustrophobia. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, like you just encased in this small metal can, like a tall can of beer, small can, and you had to sit there knowing you about to die in that thing, bro. I know their minds had to go crazy. I know their
one
minds.
that didn't even want to go.
Yeah, that's the sad part, bro. Like when I seen, like I think it said his aunt, she was like, he was terrified to go on there. I'm like, what? Why didn't you stop him? That's the thing. Like you should have stopped it. You could never catch me out there in something like that. Like you could sit there, look at this thing, and they said, yeah, it's held together by these nuts and bolts, carbon fiber. We use a skin controller, and I'm sitting there like, all of this stuff is like a red flag, and y'all still chose to go down there. I don't know if it's the money or the lack of care.
Both, and I'm assuming most of them were white, if not all.
I just can't wrap my head around it. And then what's crazy, the other day I had seen a post they're doing for 400, I think it was like $450,000. They can take you just right above the layer between Earth and actual outer space. Like you can fly in this big shuttle thing. Like they go right at the very tip top, and you just be flying through there in space. They charging like over almost $500,000 just to go up there. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah, it's the
y'all gonna sit there and advertise that after what just happened in the ocean?
yeah.
Uh, could never. I could never. I could not think like that. No amount of money in the world would literally give me the thought process of let me go to in this tiny little container down to the bottom of the ocean to see a rusted boat where only like maybe 20 submarines in the entire world can even go to with no problems. And could never.
I don't know. All I'm saying is when you don't have anything to do, you've conquered everything you could career wise,
Sit my
money
ass down.
wise, and you just want to see
Ain't
some
even the
shit.
money. Ain't even the money, right?
Like I can understand it. Like you just really don't have anything better to do.
So what you're saying is if you had nothing else better to do, you're gonna take that trip.
Me personally, no, but I would do some crazy shit though. Like I wouldn't mind skydiving and
You have a higher success rate of living than doing what they did.
oh no, I'm not debating that, but the trip has been done before.
So they say.
No, it's been documented. They've done it before.
But here's the thing though, just because you do it once, twice, three times, doesn't mean that it's gonna happen the fourth, the fifth, the sixth time.
I feel like you can apply that to anything though.
You would think people who would spend that kind of money, make that kind of money, that red flag doesn't kick in there. It's like this is a bad investment. I could not make an investment like that. That's too much money for me to be losing my life over. 250,000, bro. And all they had was each other down there.
I mean, when you're a billionaire, 250 is you can wipe your ass with it.
I guess since I never had it, I can probably see where you're coming from with that logic. I can see that. That makes sense. But at the same time, it's just like it's still a bad investment, though. You have to like really sit there and be like $250,000 for this tiny ass Pringle can
Yeah.
and a GameCube controller.
Speaking of bad investments,
Oh my
how
god,
do you feel about Zion Williamson?
I haven't caught up on anything, so I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay, so basically, Zion Williamson got pregnant by a girl who may or may not do sex work. I can't remember. I know.
Zion got pregnant.
No. Zion got a girl pregnant. Her name's Rose. And she's famous for getting into a fight in New York and having her titties out while she's beating the dog shit out of a woman.
Hey, you gotta fight. You gotta fight.
Yeah, so she's pregnant with Zion. They had a whole little press run about it. They looking like a happy couple. And then Mariah Mills came out of nowhere and said that Zion be fucking me too and give me 100,000 a month. And this little hoe is gonna cut into my money. And she's been roasting and exposing Zion for like 2 or 3 weeks.
We're talking about Big Zion, right?
Yeah, Big Zion Williamson. And apparently she wanted to get him back after she didn't wild out on a nigga.
Wait, hold on. So he's got one girl pregnant.
He's got a girl pregnant. Might be two.
He's got for sure one girl's pregnant.
Yeah, for sure one girl's pregnant. And
The other girl,
this is
the other girl's salty that the money's gonna go to this child most likely. And this
they're just gonna pay some child support and she may not get 100,000.
is he dating the other chick?
Who, Mariah?
Yeah.
They have an arrangement.
He's okay. What is the arrangement? I should
The
say.
arrangement is I give you a lot of money and I do whatever I want to you. Is what I'm thinking. For 100,000 a month, you gotta do some crazy shit. Or that nigga
Okay,
just ain't
so she's one. Okay, so you're telling me that she's one of those secret contracts that be the non-disclosing contracts people.
yeah.
Basically. Okay. Hmm. Depending on what's written in the contract, I mean, he's not fully
No, there's no contract.
no contract.
No.
But what's the beef?
The beef is that she's not going to she's not getting anything now because she went hard on Zion and threatened to leak a sex tape to him. And then afterwards try to get back with him.
Nah,
That's
see,
crazy. That's
nah.
OD.
If he's got a child over here, then he's gonna have to cut the other.
Yeah,
There ain't nothing wrong with him on that one, bro. Hey,
yeah,
bro,
yeah, yeah.
hey,
But
Zion, bro, do what you gotta do, bro.
first of all, for 100,000 a month, I could have went to your nearest Walmart and got you three, four little Mariah Mills for that same price. But anyways,
That's egregious, but okay.
yeah. And the latest news is that Mariah Mills is pregnant. Or she posted on social media a positive pregnancy test.
It's not his. It's not his. It can't be his. Wait, was they still in contact even if she was pregnant? Rose chick was pregnant?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah. I think they still had it going on until Mariah Mills just spazzed out.
See, that's that fuck around and get fucked around and you get fucked around. It's too much dirty play right there. Zion in a tight little spot, bro. Like, look, best way I could say to get out of that one, Zion, bro, pay $250,000, go and fake your death. There's a submarine out there at the coast, bro. It'll take you to the Titanic.
And Zion Williamson, make sure you use every resource in your power to make sure Mariah Mills does not step foot in California.
Damn.
You're screwed.
Ooh, that's
California
right.
don't play.
Bro.
California don't play when less than a husband's in.
Bro, that's California is a dangerous state to get someone pregnant in. You know, fuck around and lose everything in your life.
The courtroom literally just looks at the man and laughs.
Yikes. Bro, how did that draft go for you, bro? Because you was talking about if you was picking somebody else up on the Suns. Oh, you never said
glad you
anything
talked about
about
that.
that.
First of all, Phoenix, I'm hoping and praying that y'all prove me wrong, but we're probably not going to win anything, and we're going to
Really?
be we're
I don't
probably
think
going
it's
to be
written in your
trash
contract,
for the
for real.
next 10 to 12 years because we literally gave up.
Hold on,
Gave up
10
a
to
lot.
12. That's
10 to 12
pretty
years.
far,
Yeah,
bro.
we traded a lot of our draft. We traded a lot of our draft, and I believe we only have 1 or 2 picks in the next 10 years. So for Kevin Durant, if the original trade went down
Mm-hmm.
and it was Kevin Durant for DeAndre Ayton and maybe Jay Crowder or Mikal Bridges and some draft picks, we would have been cool. But no, the fucking Indiana Pacers of all people decided to sign DeAndre Ayton to an extension, so we had to match his offer. So that made him untradeable for the next 6 months. So then by the time we were able to trade for Kevin Durant, we had to give up Jay Crowder, and Mikal Bridges, and I think another player and a lot of draft picks. So basically, we have no bench. All we have, I think the only people on contract right now for the Phoenix Suns is 4 people, and the NBA team is a 15-man roster.
And they only got 4 people.
Yeah, I think we only got DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal on the contract. And with the CBA rules, if we don't re-sign at least almost everybody that was on the roster, then we're going to be trash for for the for the last 4 years of Kevin Durant.
So they fumbled their own bag by trading right just about everybody on their team just to have a chance at one person.
Yeah, it was basically a big domino effect because when we traded for Chris Paul, we gave up a lot. So then we had to go all in again to get Kevin Durant, and then we had to go all in again to get another big name. I don't know why we picked Bradley Beal, but we got him. So
okay, it sounds like that team's about to get disbanded. To be all the way honest,
no, we can't get disbanding. But
they that's what it sounds like to me. I'm not a heavy sports guy, but if you trading out all of them draft picks just to try to get one person here, then do it again to get this person here, then do it again to get this person here, and now you only got 4 people on a team, and if you don't re-sign nobody, bro, your team is done for, bro.
Yeah,
and then by the next rotation, when people getting traded out, bro, you ain't gonna have nobody at that point.
So literally, the one thing about Phoenix that could be a saving grace for us is I'm hoping I read the CBA rules wrong and we can trade DeAndre Ayton for multiple people, but if we can't, we're fucked. So if we could trade DeAndre Ayton for multiple people and sign a couple people here and there, then I do believe we can be a championship team. But
that depends on what type of.
Absolutely not.
That depends on the type of people you can get traded for them, though. One person for a couple of people, them couple of people better make up at least half that person.
No, DeAndre Ayton's a big name. Not.
I wouldn't say he's a big name. Like he's up there,
better,
but he ain't up there.
He's in the better half of the centers in the league. Let's leave it at that. Like
yeah, but if you trade, but the people you're going to try to trade for have to at least equate to what he can do, basically.
No,
that's a strong player to have.
Who, DeAndre Ayton? No.
What else on the team do y'all have right now?
Literally just the big three: Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. Like that's a guaranteed 90 points every playoff
That's
game.
three people. All right, you got those three big people right then and there.
Yes.
That's it. Then you got him and everybody else. They have to equate to him or enough of half of that team
No. Well,
for that trade to be better.
no. We
That's just in my preference. I know you, the sports guy. I'm just saying, like, it would for me. I would have if I'm trading this one person, they would have to work well with these three. You see what I'm
and
saying?
I see what you're saying, and logically it does make sense. But they can literally just
Look,
run the. They can literally run the offense by themselves. They don't really need to mesh that well. Like literally, if we could trade DeAndre Ayton for just a rim protected big and a couple of decent bench players, then we're a championship team. But I don't know if the CBA will allow us to do that because from the way that I read the rules, it seems like we can only trade DeAndre Ayton for one person.
yeah, that's if you could trade that person though. That's if anybody's gonna take the trade.
And Indiana need to take the damn trade from bastards.
They're not gonna take the trade.
That'd be a full circle moment. The team that screwed us over last year redeeming themselves.
And you think they're gonna help you out? Come on, bro. That's not finna happen. No matter how many times they're gonna say something, they're gonna be like, I think we're gonna keep them over here. It's just gonna be gatekeeping that. They're definitely gonna gatekeep y'all, bro. Y'all not about to have any actual outside those three. You probably not gonna get any more solid picks or trades.
Or there's a move out there that may sound controversial, but Dwight Howard's still a free agent. And he's proven that he can give you a solid 15 minutes a game of great big man activity.
This thing out here saving car insurance. Look, well, they would have to cut him a deal though.
No, I think we can get I think we can get Dwight Howard for the low because no other teams looking.
I don't think nobody's gonna do anything for the low anymore.
No, Dwight Howard would have to do it for the low because he hasn't been in the league for 2 or 3 years now. And Dwight Howard not being on that top 50 is trash. On that top 75 team is trash
Why is that trash?
because they
You said it yourself. You wasn't in there for 2 or 3 years.
no. So every few years or so, the NBA does top 75 names.
It's like overall, or just a certain
of all time. Obviously, LeBron and Jordan.
They bring in the paper. I mean, of course they're gonna be at the top.
Man. But anyways, I think they put Anthony. Did they put Anthony Davis on that team? What if they did? But Dwight Howard should have been on before AD. Is all I'm saying. And something happened. Fuck! What the fuck happened?
I didn't hear about the Lakers getting swept by the damn Nuggets, bro. That shit was ugly.
They deserved it.
Damn. Jeez. They deserved it. Come on, man. That's the GOAT there, bro.
When they traded for Russell Westbrook. They deserve that.
They swept by the Nuggets. A 3-game sweep, bro. They collected a set.
No, the Lakers weren't good this year, but they got it together. I will give a lot of credit to Darvin Ham. So what he was able to do with that roster that kept changing every single fucking hour and be able to turn them into a playoff team and get what was it one or two playoff series wins?
Mm.
That was impressive.
I think what's happening with LeBron, that was happening with Curry is like their team is not like helping. Because Curry went 3 games in a row dropping 50, more than 50?
Steph Curry proved that he is a top 3 point guard of all
time. That boy is a straight unit.
He's a killer.
He is a unit, bro. I think it was 3 straight games. He was dropping more than like 50 points. But like they couldn't get no real traction because it's just him doing literally all the work. I'm like, bro, get this man some help. If they,
Yeah.
I think if he went to a team that was actually, or if they built the team around him to where he can really maneuver, oh, he'd be dropping more points on top of
Actually,
everybody.
the problem wasn't the roster particularly. It was Jordan Poole. He couldn't buy a bucket. Like he literally he was one of the biggest reasons that they won championship 2 years ago. And then he just completely disappears off the face of the
Boy
earth
stopped hooping out
and
of
forgets
nowhere.
how to score.
He's like, I'm on the court, but what am I supposed to do out here? I can't remember. Bro, act like you've been here before, right?
Him and Ben Simmons fall off has been crazy.
It's getting to that time where they got to get a new fresh face in there somewhere. Someone's got to take the mantle.
Well, it's not happening anytime soon because big round of applause to Draymond Green, who has signed a 4-year, $100 million contract with the Golden State Warriors in his
For
free
how much?
agency. $100 million, 4 years.
As a free agent?
Yeah, yes and no. So with Draymond, I think he was looking for a max contract, but I think he was just saying that to raise his price up because there's no way in hell he was going to get a max contract. So he just did whatever he could to raise his value. And honestly, I'm surprised
It
that he got
worked.
100 million. Yeah.
It really worked. To get 100 million? What's 100 million is what?
But
Being a free agent, 100 million? Shit.
yeah, if they want another championship run, Draymond Green does have to be on that team. Like him, Steph, and Clay are the literal heart soul of Golden State. Like everybody else came and
I mean,
went,
that'd be a solid line for real.
Kevin Durant came and went. They still won one with him, and they went two with him, two without him. Andre Iguodala came and went. JaVale McGee came and went. Andrew Bogut came and went. Harrison Barnes came and went. Like Golden State did their damn thing. I ain't even gonna lie, and they ruined LeBron's legacy too.
Look, bro, I don't know. He ain't happy about that, bro. I don't know if you've seen RDC's fucking skit where
Oh
they
yeah,
got
I've seen
sweat.
him. I've
That,
seen him.
bro,
You know,
and shout out to them, bro, because when anything happens in the NBA, they are on the spot with it, and it's crazy how fast they
like literally the
get it out
same
there.
night.
I seriously be like, bro, they was just talking about this, and y'all already got the vid out. Like, hey, shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them on that. Because that shit was too funny.
Yeah, we're gonna
He's
be
like,
the next.
I can't guard him. He's like, that wasn't my guy. Then whose guy was it? Like, damn, bro. Like, hey, that is crazy. The Lakers really got swept though. I can't. Could never be me.
They should. No, Denver was really good this year. I think so. Honestly, this playoff run, like literally everybody wasn't their best except for Denver. Like literally everybody else. Milwaukee, Giannis was out a couple games. Miami Heat, they had a shit ton of injuries. My Phoenix Suns lost lost a lot of our core. So
There's been a lot of sports related injuries these past couple of years.
actually, this NBA playoffs is probably the greatest playoffs I've seen in the past 5 or 6 years. It was really good.
They changed the contract, bro. You know they got a contract for the Super Bowl. They got a contract for the playoffs. Oh, I heard.
This NFL season, I don't know.
I ain't even kept up with anybody.
I haven't either.
I used to just to see who's gonna be in the Super Bowl so I can start making bets and shit, but I haven't kept up with it.
After I watched
Losing
Adam
games.
Vinatieri kick my fucking team out of the playoffs,
Yikes. Yikes.
bro, he missed so many game winners. It was disgusting. And one of them wasn't even his fault, but I still put it on him just because
Pause.
you've been missing a lot. And for something unfortunate to happen, I'm honestly not surprised.
Speaking of unfortunate things not to happen, bro, when are you upgrading your console over here, bro?
Look, bro,
You are missing out on so many new titles right now, bro. You need to get a 5 for real.
set a vibe.
A 5, bro. The PS5, bro. I'm telling you, bro, look, Final Fantasy 16, solid.
I like
Solid.
15.
Diablo, crazy. Actually, you could probably still get it on that one. Actually, thinking about it, yeah.
Diablo's multi-platform.
Yeah, Diablo, phenomenal launch. They had a very excellent launch. What else is coming out? If you get a 5, bro, Spider-Man. That's about to be a good one right there. That might make game of the year, but Diablo had a 2 that launch was immaculate. Mortal Kombat is about to drop. I know you were scared of fighting games because your cousin treated you some kind of way about it, and it's okay.
I'm actually solid in fighting games. He's
Are you?
no, I am. It's literally just him that beats my ass
Daryl,
repeatedly and takes the spirit out of me.
we've all played, bro. That man is different.
Yes.
But that man, I don't understand that man, bro. That
He's
man
the sole
different.
reason my Dragon Ball Xenoverse record was 7%. I was literally just fighting him the whole entire time.
This man said
And we would play
7%.
dog, we would play like 2-3 hours just
Fuck that. Fuck that. I stopped playing fighting games with that boy. I'm like, nah, bro, no more. No more of that. And he's been on top of it too. I still need to get Diablo because I've seen a lot of gameplay on it, and they ship with so much stuff. It's been a really solid year in entertainment between movies, sports, and games. It's been like money's been going out of my pocket, and
I'm
I hate
actually
it.
sad that Hogwarts is going to be game of the year.
I mean,
Bro, that was the first decent Harry Potter game in like 10 years.
that doesn't mean it's gonna make it game of the year because
No, I want
if it's gonna be in the same category as game of the year, that's gonna be a tough one for them to win it.
I feel like if they dropped it like any other year, but this year, it probably would have been a game of the year. But there's just been too many fire drops.
Oh, and there's some that still ain't even out yet because there's Hogwarts. Then you got Diablo. Diablo. Wow.
Final Fantasy.
Fantasy drop. That's a solid one, but I don't think it's going. I don't think it's going to win Game of the Year. Spider-Man. That one might win Game of the Year. There's a high chance for that one. Mortal Kombat is supposed to be dropping. Did it drop already? Actually, I might be behind. Did it drop?
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, they made Wonder Woman way too thick in that Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Not thick enough. What are you talking about?
That was a lot of ass.
They needed to skin Gal Gadot for it, bro, because damn, that's a woman right there, boy.
Bro, those jiggle physics, bro.
Okay, it don't come out till September. All right, so face, I can see it right now. Mortal Kombat, solid, very solid release. Hogwarts is not winning it there.
I wanted to.
It's probably it'll probably get as far. It might get as far as best storytelling. I could probably see that. Well, I don't know because Spider-Man.
They formed the stories really well.
It's not going to get anything when it comes to music. It might not get anything when it comes to visual effects. They might have a category in that.
Visual effects.
Mortal Kombat hasn't dropped yet.
Huh?
Mortal Kombat hasn't dropped yet.
That is true.
What's up?
The maximum recording time is an hour. Okay.
All right, shit. I mean, we only got 5 minutes left on that one, man. Solid little first podcast, you know.
I'm surprised we actually went out.
We had a few different things to talk about. We definitely got to start
actually looking up the subject.
Yeah, because trying to piece it together. Look, yo, we just started. All right, give us a break. This guy didn't have everything on. Didn't tell me the whole list.
You throwing me under the bus.
What, bro? Look, all right, look, listen. I should have thought ahead myself on some of the topics. That is my fault. I'll take that. This guy here didn't even have the setup right. I had to come through and get that one alive. You feel me? But first podcast, solid little lineup. We actually stretched to a solid hour at least. It's really nice. Got to get more of these in. We still got to work on intros and outros.
Yeah, we do.
Because you wilding too much on these outros,
bro.
I get
the video is trash. I gotta point it out.
You can't do that, bro.
It was, bro.
I'm not saying like we're gonna be like, bro, that it didn't tickle the fancy. Yeah, cool, but you was going in, bro. And this is that menacing talk we be talking about with me and Daryl. That's where it's coming from.
Just try not to laugh.
I get that. I get that.
A bunch of boring, cringy clips that suck.
You're preaching the wildness. Well, That first one we was watching at the very beginning, that
It had a couple laughs in there.
then the second one had like one or two, but that trampoline one almost had me. That boy disappeared. He went to the shadow realm. That popped right back out. I'm okay.
Who thought that was a good idea?
They did. I'm telling you, it's these northern pales, bro. You don't know what a northern pale? Don't ask the question because I ain't gonna tell you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
dog. Come from the mountains of Caucasus.
Wow. All right, Cat
Always
Williams.
have money and nothing better to do.
All right, Cat Williams, calm down. Relax. See, that's that menacing talk. Are you getting activated all over again?
Okay, I'll calm down. Calm down.
I'm going to tell your cousin about you acting up. All right, well, 57 minutes. Solid run. Very good
Yes,
run.
sir.
All right, well, thank y'all for joining us on my first ever podcast.
This is fun.
Yeah, I actually had fun with this one. I got to step out of the comfort zone a little bit. You know, still got to work on it, but hey, we'll get there.
Yeah,
On our
baby
road,
steps.
on our road to our first subscriber.
The fuck you mean? I'm the first subscriber.
Why you can't we can't subscribe to our own thing? Shit. Come on, bro. Relax.
See zero likes on my video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, hey, dude, I guess you gotta get the algorithm going somehow, I guess.
you got that right.
But no, if you got any topics, anything you want us to talk about, send it our way. Nothing real crazy because we're not trying to get into no toxicity or anything like that for real. Too much of that as it already is. We're trying to have fun with this.
This is definitely funny.
Most definitely, most definitely. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video.
And if you're not gonna give us a 5-star review, don't give us a review at all, you hating mother. But anyways,
Don't listen to him. Any criticism is good criticism. For long as it is actually criticism.
as
Because
long as it's valid, yeah.
yeah,
If you
like,
just hating, like, what's the point?
like, come on now. Remember, stay positive and do a good deed. Just one. You ain't gotta go crazy. Hold the door open, let somebody over in the lanes. You know, just one good deed. That's all it is. All it takes. Be easy. Stay cool. We at it.
Yes, sir. Oh man.